driving, still on the road. Sherman's still attentive, but not of the road. He's watching the forest on the side of the road, where he's seen a couple of feral hogs, and, well, he thinks he might see them again if he keeps watching. So he's in the back seat thinking that he's doing somebody some good watching out for those hogs. And we are we're still north of I-10. We're on 301 though. We're in Florida. I'm going to say probably a half an hour deep into Florida. We probably won't make it all the way down to the Bradenton area today. Hello, Malcolm. Good evening, good afternoon. I was talking with the other people earlier about my trek today. Started around, I'm going to say 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. It's 5:30 in the evening now. We've stopped a couple of times to give Sherm a break. I got Sherm here in the back seat with me. He's back there. Hey, Sherm. Say hi. Say hi. Can you say hi? He's there nonetheless. Yeah, it's been a pretty good drive so far. Just a tad bit on the little worried side earlier today when it was 37, 38 degrees and raining. That was about the northern third of South Carolina, from the North Carolina line around Lumberton all the way to just past Florence. It was just nasty. But now we're doing quite well. Coming up to US 90 here. Not very far away. Yeah, Sherm takes naps. He takes a nap every hour. He takes a 45-minute nap every hour. So you have to catch him when he's awake. We are, I guess we're getting pretty close to I-10. I do all I can to make sure that I got everybody's stuff packed up as best I could. I got it all postaged. I've got it all with me. Probably 300-400 pounds of coins that I'm carrying to Florida with me to mail, because, well, it's Sunday, and, well, there's no post offices open. Here's I-10, so we're at I-10 now. So anybody following me want to pinpoint my position and do a drone strike, I'm at 301 and I-10 southbound lane, stopped at the stoplight just north of I-10. You can figure out where that is. Lots of trucks around me. Let's see. Hello, Papa Giorgio. Who else is here? Farm Dog, Sissy, Malcolm, Sissy, Malcolm, Chris. Hey, Chris. You like my Whiskey Tango Foxtrot? That's my one of my Valhalla designs. Somehow this one got stuck in the washer a certain way with bleach, evidently, and it's got a bleach stain on it, but I still wear it because, well, I'm not that overly proud of my appearance where I can't wear a slightly bleach stained t-shirt. So worn it gets. And they keep building this area up more and more. They're doing something out. I don't know what this is. It's like every time I pass through here, they got something else going on. something else they're working on or whatnot. There's a nice old Chevy pickup right in front of me. Looks like about a 70, 71, 72 model. Ah, there's a Pilot right here. Big Pilot. 345 for unleaded. I see that's back to the price where it was in North Carolina. It seems South Carolina right now is cheap. So if you're driving the East Coast, get your fill up in South Carolina. South Carolina is right at about $3 a gallon for a regular 87. And Florida's $3.45. And North Carolina is $3.40. And Georgia's $3.35. So South Carolina's got a trick up their sleeve. Let's get this hair off of here. Sherman, you're shedding on my glasses, son. I can't see what I'm doing if I got little white lines all inside my glasses. You gotta quit shedding on my glasses, buddy. Boy, sometimes dogs never listen. Hey, Sherman, you wanna say hi? Sherman. Hey, there he is. Say hi, buddy. Say hi to everybody. Over here. Over here. No, say hi right over here. He's been in the car for a while. You have to excuse him. He doesn't have very good manners when he's been in the car for a while. Yeah, we've been out. We've walked. He's done his thing. He's eaten. He's drank. He does not get bored. He just takes a lot of naps. There you go. Get you looking at people and say hi. You need to put your lip down too. You look kind of funny with your lip up like that. I don't think I need a bath. Do you think I need a bath? I don't think I need a bath. I think you need a bath. You're smelling on me like I stink. Yeah, I'm cutting through on 301. I'll be taking 301 down through Ocala, Gainesville, Ocala, and then somewhere around Brooksville, there's a road that I cut across and get on I-75 and take the rest on I-75. This road's busier than I'm used to seeing it. There's actually cars on it. Guess we got about 30 minutes left to sunset. There he is. Now he's settled. Took a while to get him settled down. Now he's ready just to look out the window for a while. He is such a calm dog. He's the best dog I've ever had when it comes to traveling in a car. He's excellent at it. Had him for about six and a half years now. And he was about a year and a half, 2 years old when we got him. So he's getting close to 8 years old. How you doing, Crispy? And Chris? Yes, I am going to meet up with Eric this trip. In fact, I'm going to be staying at his house for a few days. I don't know exactly when I'm going to make it that far. Right now, I'm just working on trying to make it south. You know, no big promises as to exactly how far we go. We may end up stopping in Gainesville for the night or somewhere near Ocala. Who knows? And we'll get out early in the morning and head on into the Bradenton, Sarasota area. I've been doing a lot of thinking about what I want to do and where I want to go with my business after I get through this little bit of funk that I'm having to go through. And as soon as I get my dad well, get him back home, I'm going to head back home, and I'm going to start working on a lot of coin inventory. I've got a whole lot of stuff in boxes, tubes, and all kinds of places that needs to come out and get graded, get thrown into inventory, and I need to build that website back up. Lincolnset.com has sat for too long, and it needs a reawakening. So we are in high need of working through some inventory and getting some stuff up on the website. I have more dye varieties than you can shake a stick at to get identified, photographed if necessary, and stuck up on the website. I will say hello to Parvis. I plan on being at Parvis's place here in a few days. After I get things situated with my dad, I'm going to take the trip up to Ocala and see Parvis. Oh, see, Bip, I lived in Florida for a long time, so I'm pretty familiar with Florida drivers. In fact, the vehicle I have right now, I bought it when I lived in Florida. So this is kind of familiar ground to me. I make this trip at least 4, 5, 6 times a year. We're 19 miles from Stark right now. Stark is the place where the prison is, where Ted Bundy took his last breath after he murdered those nursing students over in Gainesville. Interesting, the history, I know. But I've been riding on this old road since before it was 4-lane. I will be cutting close to your home. I'll be very close to your home, sissy. Where are you now? I thought about you earlier. I was going to see if you were anywhere along the eastern seaboard, but I doubt it. You're probably out in the mountains out in California or something somewhere. Oh, you're in Silver Springs. So you're up in Maryland. Is that correct? That's where Silver Springs is, right up in Maryland? Oh, you're in Yuma, Arizona. Oh, no, I know where you're from, Silver Springs, Florida. I thought you meant there's a Silver Springs in Maryland. I thought for some reason you were in Silver Springs, Maryland. I don't know where Silver Springs is. It's just east of Ocala. It's just on the other side of 301. I've been through there. I told you I've been hiking over in the Ocala forest a number of times. I don't think I was ever thoroughly impressed with Florida. It's an okay place, but I'd rather visit than live there. I've done both. Visiting is much more fun. Florida's a nice place when you can go back home. When it is home, it's well, let's just say oppressive. The heat is horrible in the in the 11 months it's not winter. Yeah, I know Eric likes his Florida. I'm over it. I got over it pretty quickly. Mosquitoes, alligators, hot, heat, oppressive humidity, sun beating down on you all the time. And see, I have lupus. I can't be out in the sun like that. So going to the beach is kind of a no-gainer for me. Even going out metal detecting in the middle of the day in the summertime is a bad deal, because I get sunburned, and that's kind of dangerous for me. So Yeah, it's now anything over about 85 degrees with more than a 50% humidity is oppressive to me. So you guys can have it. I much prefer to have my seasons. When I moved away from Florida, moved up to North Carolina, it was like the most exciting move I had made in a long, long time. Because I like North Carolina better. I'm having trouble reading the chat because I'm looking against the sun. I have to read it when I go into shadow. I agree. Arizona heat, Las Vegas heat, Texas heat, Florida heat, Louisiana heat. It's all heat. And, well, you people can have it. I suffer enough in North Carolina. I go about a month and a half where I don't like being outside. Yes, Arizona heat is like Saudi heat. You don't really notice the heat that much until you're dehydrated and you're feeling sick and you have a headache. Don't like it. Don't have anything to go back for that I know of. So I'm good and done. That's exactly what it felt like when I went to Saudi Arabia. First time I got off the plane and it was like 120 degrees on the tarmac. I stepped off the plane and I was like, man, you've got to be joking. It isn't this hot anywhere. Yeah, it was. They had Tupelo honey advertised. Tupelo honey doesn't come out until spring. Must be an old, it's either a large crop that they had from this past year or it's an old sign. Because Tupelo honey is usually a, geez, what months does Tupelo honey come around? May, June, July. Tupelo honey, there's a plant, there's a tree. It's called a Tupelo tree. Makes really nice flowers. Well, the honey that the bees make from that tree has a very distinct flavor. It's different from your typical clover honey. He doesn't like riding in the front seat. I've let him ride in the front before, and he doesn't like it. He likes sitting right where he is. He likes it right there. He just sits there and watches everything goes on. Don't you, Sherm? You like it back there, don't you? Do you like going for a ride? Huh? Is it fun? Is it fun going for a ride? Yeah, we get to go for a long ride. Oh, it's a long ride. We're going all the way to Florida ride. He doesn't mind trips to Florida. That's where he's from. That's where he's from. It's where he was born. Right? You're a Florida dog. You look out here. No, look up here. Look up here. Look up here. Hey, Sean. Look up here. Say hi. Look up here. Say hi. Hey. Look up here. Oh, why don't you look when I tell you? You only look when it's your idea. It can't be my idea. What do you think about everything? Huh? You still looking for those damn pigs? They're gone, buddy. They're gone, buddy. The pigs are gone. We've already passed them. Those were Georgia pigs. We didn't see pigs in Florida. We saw them in Georgia. Never mind, there's a lot of pigs in Florida. I know that. But we saw those in Georgia. We saw two big old groups of them. One group he saw, and the next group he came unglued when he saw them. But one thing that I really like about Florida is January, when the orange blossoms are out. You can smell the orange blossoms. That's a really nice time of the year. What part am I going to? The part of Florida I'm traveling to is Bradenton. That's on the south side of the Tampa Bay. That's where my dad lives. And Eric's not too awful far from there. Parvis and Sissy live up in the Ocala area. Kelly Ray is in, she's between Tampa and Lakeland. And then Penny Hoarder is in down in West Palm area. That's where my wife is right now. That's why I've got Lunkhead here with me. He's traveling with me, not only because my dad really likes him and love to be able to see him, but Mama's not home, so Daddy got voted into taking the kid with him. Right? Hey, right, Sherm. Uh-oh. He sees chickens. What is that? What is that? It's chickens. He's got chickens on the side of the road. You get them, Sherm. Where'd those chickens go? Well, now you're just barking to be barking. We're gone. They had chickens and roosters on the side of the road. You hear how he's being about it. You can't sneak up on nothing with you around, dog. Even if I wanted to sneak up and get one for you, it wouldn't work. Oh, well, now you're stealing the cam. Hey, you're a little close to the camera there, bro. Now you gotta get back. Gotta get back. Well, get back. There we go. Not like I really want the camera back, but if anything runs out in front of us and I gotta slam on my brakes, you don't have one of these little guys on. You remember that last time that we broke the windshield? That's what happens. His head broke the windshield. I think that might be part of what's wrong with him. Right, Sherm? Hey, the chickens are gone. There's no more chickens. No more chicken. The chickens are gone. They're all gone. You think you're going to see more chickens? Are you getting ready for it? And he's checking every nook and cranny. He's looking everywhere. Every time we pass by somebody's yard, he's looking in the yard for chickens. First pigs, now chickens. I guess a dog's got to have something to do on a car ride. At the moment, I am probably about 20 miles south of I-10 on 301. Yeah, I'm just past Stark, where I think I'm getting close to Stark. Yeah. You try buckling this dog down in a car. You just try it. I want to see it. I'd pay to watch. Right? Sherm, would you pay to watch somebody try to buckle you down in a car? Put him in a baby chair? with paws up like this. I could see you trying that. I don't think it's going to work though. Oh, I know my Stark area for sure, especially now that they've built the bypass. They finished the bypass on 301 going around Stark, and people have a tendency to want to go a little fast, and I know better. I'm doing exactly 55 right now. I got people going around me, and I really don't care. It's kind of interesting how this highway has died and come back to life, and died and come back to life again. It's kind of sort of back to life again. Here's where the highway splits. So I'm at Stark now, right at the Stark bypass on the north end of town. I got a Honda from Vermont right next to me. I've been watching the license plates. What else are you gonna do, right? Green Mountain State, got a green license plate. Vermont was the first state to have license plates where the embossing was inward instead of outward on the plate. It was the first state where they had that. I don't think any of the others have it still. They're either flat, which Delaware was the first flat license plate, but now about half of them are. Places like Texas and Nevada, and there's a lot of states out there now with flat license plates. Let's see, what are we saying here? I can't hardly read anything right now. I've got a slight sun issue. It's not going to be long. The sun will be down. What do they say? Read it to me, Sharon. Well, he could look the back. He could look the camera from the back seat almost. On that 82 double die reverse, I don't know for sure. I really don't know. What I know is that the doubling on it's pretty obvious. I mean, if you can get a picture and send a picture of it to me, I can tell you inside of like 3 seconds if you have the double die. cd@coppercoins.com. Good thing about cell phones is I've got my email available to me. Got it available to me all the time. Somebody say something so I can see the chat. It disappears on me every time. Every time you get quiet, I can't see nothing. Oops, sorry, I'm going 72 around Stark. I need to slow down. You need to stop driving so fast. Okay. No worries. Everything's good. Right, Sharon? He really thinks he's going to see more of something. Pigs or something. Who knows? He's seen all this Spanish moss and he's like, I remember what that stuff is. I remember what that stuff is. That's that green-gray stuff that hangs from the branches on the trees. We don't have any deer out here, and when we do find deer, they look like Dobermans. They're just big dogs. Farm dog, I really have no idea. Right now, I don't know the exact situation, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to get things set up. When I get there, I'm going to visit with my dad, see what his condition is, figure out what's going on with him, whether or not rehab and send back home is something that will be possible, or if he's going to need to go into long-term care. If he's going to need to go into long-term care, I'm going to have to work on trying to figure out how to make that happen. I've got people in the area who might be able to help me, but I've been leaning a lot on my cousin Becky lately because she's had more experience with elderly people than I have. She took care of my grandparents. She's my cousin. She's my dad's sister's daughter. And she's been kind of, poking and pushing and prodding my way through this so I can understand what's going on. We're going to... I appreciate that, Cadroll Hunter. I appreciate it very much. Yes, squirrels definitely do live here. This is where Sherm was introduced to the squirrel, right? He learned what squirrels were in Florida. Do you see any squirrels? Huh? Are there squirrels? You better be watching. He's got his neck broken looking out the side window now. Huh? Squirrels? Squirrels? Oh. See, that's what it does to him when I say squirrel. Where's the squirrels? Huh? I don't see any squirrels. You see squirrels? Hey, Kelly Ray. I'm driving through Stark, headed to Gainesville right now. I'm in Florida, and my dad's in the hospital. He's not doing well, so I'm going down to see him and check in on the situation there. I probably shouldn't have tried to make that light. It was really only going to be pink when I went through it. Now my seat for my dog is all taken up with a suitcase. Come here, baby. Yeah, we did, didn't we? He's all ready to go. Oh, thanks, asshole. And somebody with their blinkers on just decided to go from the left turn lane straight out in front of me. I didn't know I was invisible. I did not realize that I was invisible. What's up, buddy? Huh? What you looking at? You'll have to tell me what an FS521 is, because I don't recognize FS numbers. You'll have to give me an idea of what that is. Thank you so much, Kelly Ray. Still in the office? It's 6 o'clock. You need to take off work. See all those boxes back there? That's everybody's mail. There's a mail tote back there with all the first class. There's a whole bunch of priority boxes and large boxes back there. I'm like Santa Claus in his red sleigh with his rain dog, getting ready to go drop mail off at the post office in Florida because I got it packed on Saturday night. Actually, I packed it on Friday evening. I couldn't get to an open post office. My post office is closed on Saturday, and I didn't want to drive all the way up to Raleigh to try to drop it off yesterday. So I just finished everything off the right way and finished all the packages off, loaded them up in the car, and brought them with me. No, nothing for Canada right now. I've got 3. I don't have anything for you, but I've got 3 packages need to go to Canada that I'm going to wait until I get back, because it just makes things easier on me. Canada's a little more difficult to do. Oh, wow, nice. Only one more case, huh? I hate it that happened to you for sure. Kelly Ray's credit was victimized. Aha, that would be the package that's headed towards you. You got reveals coming towards you. Just so you know, Canadian Roll Hunter, Eric sends out all of the reveal coins. I don't send out any reveal coins. I send those to Eric. And Eric does all the processing on them and mails them out from Florida. So when he's got packages with reveals going out, I don't even know about it. I guess the dog's done looking out this side, so I will readjust so as you can see my ugly mug and I can read the screen a little bit better. Oh, sometimes I miss Florida when I haven't been here for a while, and I come back to Florida and I like it really well for, the 2 or 3 days that I'm getting used to it, and then I'm ready to go back home. Did you get your posters? Awesome. Doug got his poster and it smells like peppermint. So somebody burped something on it. He showed me a picture of the end of the tube. The end of the tube is soaked in some sort of oily substance. It smells like peppermint. He says that the poster's fine. It's the tube that suffered, which I guess is a good thing because it's nice to see those tubes go to use, doing something useful, because those things cost $5 a piece. Those tubes are not cheap. You miss all of our fun? Coming back up, going to dinner? I don't know. It's possible. I may be here for more than a week this time. That's where I brought Mr. Monster with me. Oh, we're having trouble staying connected because I'm in the middle of nowhere. Just under the white words. I don't know how many, I don't know if you guys go blank while I'm reconnecting or if you guys can still see and hear me. I don't know. But, Farm Dog, if your poster doesn't have a signature on it, I'll get you another one. I might have accidentally stuck 1 or 2 in the mix without signatures. They were rolled up in the tubes already. I thought they'd already been signed. Hey, why don't you pant in a different direction? If you pant in a different direction, I won't have to smell it. You're panting in my face. Yeah, it smells like halfway between sweat and very used beef jerky. Your breath kind of smells bad. What's up, Gulf Coast? Headed south in Florida, headed toward the Bradenton, Sarasota area. Going to visit my dad in the hospital tomorrow. See how he's making it. See how things are getting along with him. And we're going to start talking about perhaps long-term care. I'm not sure exactly how you get them into something like that, but assisted living facility. But I guess I'm going to be on the phone with his insurance to find out what they do and don't do, so we can look into getting him and his wife in something that's a little more maintenance free, I would say, of where they live now. Hello, EMR Coins. Every time I turn this thing to show the dog decides to go back in the back, so then I have to turn it back to see me again, because, well, just looking at my back seat's probably not something anybody wants to do. Thank you, sir. It's definitely a trip, that's for sure. Yep, gas is not getting cheaper as I go south, so good thing I've got 3/4 of a tank that I got in Georgia. Waiting for COVID results. What? Wait, what? No way, really? Nah, I don't need to go to Gainesville. Thank you very much. I plugged Gainesville into my phone and it's still trying to take me to Gainesville. It's trying to get me to go on 24 off of 301. I don't want to do that. I just want to stay on 301. Going all the way down through Ocala. 45 miles to Ocala. Thank you, Malcolm. Wish I could turn that thing off. It's okay, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's just going to pop up little thingies on the screen. It doesn't make any noise, so you don't have to worry about it, sure. Here's my navigator. He tells me how to get around. Hidden Seymour chickens, though. No more chickens, no more squirrels. He stopped breathing for a second there. What? I don't see any squirrels. Oh, he's back. Do you see squirrels? Where are the squirrels? Where are they? Chickens? There's no chickens here. Look up here. Say hi. Say hi, Bubby. Say hi. Looky there. Look here. Is that Sherman? Is that Sherman? Look, is that Sherman right there? Looky there. Looky there. Love you. You're my boy. Yeah, what is life going to be like when you're not here anymore? Barbecue joint called Pearls. Huh. I would enjoy having a little more time to explore up in this area, but well, I tell you what, I mean, as soon as I get on the road, man, it's just beeline straight south. That's all I want to do is just want to get there. It does sound yummy. Barbecue joint. You want some barbecue? You'd probably like some barbecue. He'd do with a half pound of brisket right now. Little pig. Of course, if I mix it in with his dog food, he might actually eat. Mr. Dimsley here doesn't like stuff that says dog on it. So if it's dog chow, dog food, dog this or dog that, he don't want to mess with it. He likes his to say USDA Prime. Right? Yeah. He thinks chicken's okay too, but he's kind of a little allergic to chicken. He gets the itches when he eats chicken. So I kind of keep it away from him. And he's allergic to pork, so he's not supposed to be having any pork. So you can't eat those pigs. When you find them, you can't eat them. You can chase them, but you can't eat them. He would eat them anyway. In fact, as soon as he started running after any animal, as soon as it turns back on him and sneers at him, he'd tuck his tail if he had one. But he doesn't. He's got no tail. Somebody chopped his tail off. So this is what it looks like when you travel with us. Trying to wipe your face while you're eating? What are you, 6? The pigs are spreading disease. That wouldn't surprise me one bit. Right off the interstate in Georgia, I mean, like right off the side of the interstate on 95, I think we saw, what was it, about 20 or 30 of them in two groups, one a little bit smaller than the other. Probably a group of 10 and a group of 20. We just having a good old time, aren't we? Push it on. I hope the hospital lets him come in to see my dad. Because he really likes Sherman. Sherman really likes him. Sherman's always been his favorite dog. Right, Sherm? You Grandpa's favorite dog. Oh, there was a parking lot that could have maybe had a cat in it. So he barked just to be sure if there's a cat out there. But he wanted to be sure it knew. And he was here. Sherm's in town. Everybody back up, make a hole, make it wide. Thank you, Angie. I hope he does too. He was going to stay out of the hospital because he was afraid going to the hospital meant that he wouldn't go back home. And I said, dude, if you don't go to the hospital, you may not make it to a hospital later. You need to get to a hospital now and get them to straighten your situation out so that you can go back home. He spent 3 days in the hospital a couple of weeks ago. They straightened him out and he was okay, and then he got home. It didn't take him a week. He was in bad shape again. It's not very hard for Sherm to put his hands in that pork that beef up to his elbows. His elbows are only about that far away from his ankles. Oh, I'm doing good, Harlan. We've stopped twice already, and laid my head back and just kind of rested and listened to music for a while. And the dog sat next to me, and when he thought it was time to go, here we go, reconnecting again. It isn't possible, Mr. Adams, not unless... The only way it could be possible is if somebody actually had a San Francisco mint sealed bag and they sent the entire sealed bag to the grading company, and the grading company busted the coins out of the sealed bag to grade them. But that would be the only way, and the sealed bag would have to indicate which mint it came from. And I've seen mint sealed bags that tell you what mint they come from. So I guess it is possible, but I wouldn't pay anything extra for a coin that was certified as coming from San Francisco. No, the SMS coins don't have a mint mark either. They could have... I think they were minted in San Francisco. Can somebody verify? Were the SMS coins in 65 through 67, were they minted in San Francisco? They don't have an S mint mark. There are no Lincoln cents from 1965 to 1967 that have mint marks. That mint marks were discontinued after 64, and they weren't picked back up until 68. Yeah, all three mints made the business strike coins, but who made? Do you think all three mints made the SMS coins? Because you have to remember that the special coins called proof coins, 1964 were made in Philadelphia, and then in 1968 they were made in San Francisco. So there was a transition in there somewhere. 65 through 67 have no mint marks, so if they're made in San Francisco, there wouldn't be a mint mark to indicate it. So I'm not exactly sure where the SMS coins were made. Oh, what does Daniel Malone from CoinHelp You say? I haven't ever actually had it as a question. I've never raised it as a question of my own as to where the SMS coins were made. As far as I know, they were all made in Philadelphia, but they could be San Francisco mint. I got something shaking and stirring in the back seat. It's driving me nuts. Okay, so it says all the special mint set coins were struck in San Francisco, so that would mean if your coin is an SMS coin, it was likely struck in San Francisco, which is how you would get a San Francisco struck 1965 cent. I appreciate the information. I did not know where they were made specifically. Any other coin questions while I'm on the road? I've got nothing but time. I haven't even had a meal today. I've been kind of snacking a little bit. But a little bit, not a lot. Oh my gosh, there's a whole field full of cows. You see cows? Oh, he didn't see him. He'll lose his mind on cows too. Oh, I'm getting my eat in. We're in the Gainesville area now. And it's just starting to get dark. Just went through sunset. How many miles I have to go? I'd rather not know. I'm going to guess if I was to get all the way there, I'd be driving another 3.5 hours. But I don't know that we're going to get all the way there. I don't know, Eric, how far is it for you to get to Gainesville? I guess Eric dropped off. Oh yeah. Well, that hit me the first couple of times I came to Florida, but now I know better. It's like, I come here from North Carolina, but half of my trip is in the state of Florida. At least I'm not trying to make it to the Keys, or have to come in from like I-10, come all the way across I-10. Man, that drive on I-10 from Pensacola across to Tallahassee is not fun. Oh, a little shake in the camera. What do you think, bozo? Huh? It's almost time for your 6:30 nap. On my trip back and forth, I used to go through Jacksonville down 95 to I-4 and cut through Orlando and then take that across to Tampa. But it's just, there's just so much more traffic and it's just so much more dangerous. And there's a lot of times where the traffic's just stopped on the highway. So I decided to start cutting across the state, taking 301 across instead. And it keeps me away from Jacksonville. It keeps me away from St. Augustine. It keeps me away from Daytona. It keeps me away from Orlando and Lakeland. And I don't have to do any of that. Instead, I have to learn to enjoy the backwoods between Gainesville and Ocala, right? He's such a fun dog to travel with. Hour and a half or 2 hours for him. I don't want him to get bored. But to be quite honest, I really don't know exactly where I am. We're somewhere near the Gainesville area on 301. Got about, I'm going to say 35 miles left to Ocala. Yeah, I do my taxes as soon as I get back to North Carolina. We already agreed you can't have any of this that has raisins in it. No grapes, no raisins. Why don't you quit dribbling on my arm? Why don't you get back? Come on, get back. Get back. Go on, get back. Hey. Get back. Never going to happen, EMR coins. We all talk about it and it never happens. I do the same thing. I do the exact same thing. A set of Doc Hollywood. I don't remember Doc Hollywood. Man, my maps is still trying to take me to Gainesville, show me all these little ways I can turn back to go to Gainesville. I don't want to go to Gainesville. I just wanted to get distance to Gainesville. Okay, so I've got a big lake right next to my passenger side. I don't remember what lake it is, but it's looks like it's about a half mile across. Lackalusa. Lackalusa, Florida. It's like more of a camper village than anything else. Here we go. Oh, Sherman's getting settled down now. Finally. You doing okay back there? He just watching the traffic. I'm surprised we've been able to stay connected this long. I think Eric and I are going to work on coins when I get down there tomorrow. I'm going to go see Dad in the morning. Probably stay in a hotel somewhere. Stay in a hotel somewhere. Get up in the morning. Drive into Bradenton. Drop Puppy off at my dad's house. Hi again. It's me. So I'll go in and visit with Dad, talk with him about his situation, see if I can catch the doctor there, meet the doctor and talk to the doctor about him, and see what we can do about getting assisted living put together for my dad and his wife. And get that set up, and then I'll be ready to do my thing and visit my dad and do my thing and visit my dad, and not necessarily have to be around constantly, but there enough to let my dad. I'll spend a good little bit of time with Dad, and I know I go through reconnecting once in a while, and I try to watch for it, and I repeat what I'm saying just to be sure that everybody catches everything. But once I finish visiting with Dad tomorrow, I'll end up going down to Eric's house, and we'll get the dogs all met up so they all know each other, and then we'll start playing with coins. Hey, Sherm, why don't you lay down? Why don't you lay down or something? You're getting all restless. Exploded. I think we're going to probably take off here and just pay attention to the road now it's getting dark. And we'll end up stopping somewhere. And I will come back on live when we have a chance. There, now I'm in that spot where the large fields are between Gainesville and Ocala. So anyway, folks, you guys have a good evening. I'll talk to you when I can. I'll come back on, apprise you of the situation, let you know what's going on. I still have everyone's mail. You guys have all received tracking numbers, I'm sure, through email from PayPal, because I paid for all of your postage through PayPal. But your tracking numbers should all be with you, and your packages are all with me, and they are going to the post office in the morning to be released into the postal system to make their way to you. So I did get everything packed, and everything is in the car now. So I appreciate it, folks. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you coming, spending some time with me and my Poochie dog here. He enjoys people. Not really sure how much he enjoys cell phones, but I know he likes people. So he's gonna have fun on this trip. All right, we'll talk to you folks later. Much appreciated. Say bye, Sherm. Stay safe.